Here's one of the main issues why some homeowners are actually losing their homes. Stay tuned to find out exactly what is going on. And I'm officially checking in over here at Moments with Us. You all check in. Let us know where you're watching from and how you are doing. Of course, I'm checking in from Northern New Jersey. To this Dollar Tree over in Maplewood. Stable Milk is also a plus.
These past few years showed me.
Hey family, welcome back to another video. This is Shauna, and I'm officially checking in over here at Moments with Us. You all check in. Let us know where you're watching from and how you are doing. Of course, I'm checking in from Northern New Jersey. And the purpose of checking in, letting us know where you're checking in from, depending on if you own a home or if you rent. This might signal some things for you, because I know y'all probably gonna be like, yeah man, I feel it. But yeah, I'm checking in from Northern New Jersey, and in my area we are also suffering from this same issue. So if you own a home, you probably know exactly what I'm about to dive into. A lot of homeowners are losing their homes depending on the area. So first and foremost, imagine owning your home outright. You don't have to worry about paying your mortgage, right? No mortgages, no rent, but you're still losing it. But why? What is something that can be causing someone to still fall behind? And it goes up just like this. I mean, it's like an escalator. It just keep going up no matter what. Property taxes. Yes, I said it, property taxes. And I know you feel it. With everything going up, property taxes is amongst, depending on how you do your finances, but property taxes actually is one of the highest things that's killing home ownership right now. For thousands of families, depending, it's something that's real, and I'm wondering, like, is it really the property taxes that can be causing homelessness? Because y'all know we've been having a homelessness crisis, and I feel like ever since maybe a few years ago, the homelessness rate have just been climbing. But for homeowners, property tax is like the number one killer when it comes to home ownership. And I feel, because you see elderly people, they're being forced out of their homes that they raised their children in, grandchildren, maybe plan to leave behind. They're literally being forced out of their homes. So what is this property tax that we all talk about, right? If you're a renter, you're probably not looking at property taxes. But honestly, even when you are a renter, you're paying your property taxes directly through your rent. It's not a separate fee. It's paid directly through your rent. So the property tax, let me fix you guys up. But what is the property tax, right? So the property tax is, taxes is paid by property owners based on the value of their land and home. My bad, y'all. So it funds local services like schools, of course, your local police department, your fire departments, and things in that sort. So in order, for you to own a home, you have to pay your property taxes. And if you do not pay your property taxes, what happens, guys? Some of you have been through this and probably currently going through this. What happens? Yeah, they will put a lien on your home, and that's it. Your home is up for auction. Your home could get foreclosed on. And we are seeing it way too often. So not most people, but some people, they choose to pay their property tax in installments, while you have some people who choose to pay, their property tax, that one time a year. The issue with property tax is it can keep rising no matter what your income is, no matter what your situation is. If you do not have them extra funds set aside, just in case something come up and you can't make your property tax, if you don't have them extra funds aside, the bank isn't going to care. The city is not going to care. They're not going to care. They will still put that lien on your home. And then the more your home is worth or perceived to be worth, right? As they say, the more you pay, of course, even if your income hasn't changed. Um, Something that I was just looking at. I was just looking at, it was a little group on Facebook. I don't want to show their face. I was just looking at someone vent. I think this person about like 70 something years old. They were venting about how they're so backed in bills right now. I think it was like a medical condition or something like that. And they have to pay all of these medical bills, which now leaves this person had a mortgage. Their mortgage and backed on taxes, behind on everything, literally. And there's no, how can I say it, funding. There's no funding that this person or a family can go to for help. Like, there's no funding. There's nothing that they can do. They're just stuck. And it's a possibility of, imagine a senior losing their home and to become homeless. They were going on and on about how they was keeping up and was trying to keep up. And they noticed that the property taxes was just going up, just kept climbing, kept climbing, kept climbing. And then eventually it just became hard to keep up. Ooh. Y'all, it's really a lot. We have the rise in home value equals rising taxes, right? Seniors, low income homeowners, and those on fixed incomes, they are struggling to keep up. Though, when it comes down to low income people, families in general, right? We're pushed to, go buy a home, go buy a home, go buy a home. But some people don't realize what comes with owning a home. You got to think of the unexpected expenses, right? If you have a roof leak, right? You got to think about those property taxes that keep going up. And when you sit down with your realtor, if you plan on buying a home, if you sit down with your realtor, don't let them just talk to you about mortgage. Let them talk to you about the property taxes. How much is the average family paying for insurance in that neighborhood? Those are things that also need to be discussed as well. Because some people would tie into something that they will probably wind up either losing or just can't keep up with. So that's something to actually think about. Look at the area, do your own research. It doesn't take much just to actually pull up it's like a chart. If you look in any state or city, and you can actually look up how much is the average family is paying for property taxes and how often is it going up and by how much. It's not that hard to look that up. And that's something that you should consider if you plan on buying a home. Because you could be paying that, $4,000 a year in your property tax, right? Let's say in Newark, New Jersey. And homes are expensive. Though it is that poor neighborhood, the homes are expensive. And then you can go somewhere like in Livingston, and then the property taxes could be cheaper. Though it's a much better neighborhood, the property taxes are then cheaper. So it makes you think, like, how come in this lower income neighborhood, how come we being charged more for property tax? What the heck is going on? I'm gonna leave it right there. Are we really meant to win? Like, we pushing for home ownership. We pushing, to have whatever for ourselves. And then in the end, we looking like, are we really winning? Because at the end of the day, they're still taking more. You look at places like even Detroit. If y'all ever seen Detroit, y'all know what Detroit is like, right? So you got to look at Detroit. Detroit tax foreclosure rate is ridiculous. You see it start looking like a desert. Homes closed left to right. Property taxes, y'all. You got tens and thousands of families that lost their homes over in Detroit. I mean, the streets just look like abandoned houses everywhere. Can't keep up. You got to look at, even in California, you got people losing their homes to reassessments, due to reassessments. You got gentrifying neighborhoods, pricing long-time residents out. Y'all ever been in Newark, New Jersey, downtown area? Not even just the downtown, the whole Essex County, but Newark, New Jersey. If you guys never looked up Newark, New Jersey, y'all can just look at the crime rate and be like, "Oh, I wouldn't even move there." It's not true. If you ever been to Newark, New Jersey back then, and you just happen to have to come through Newark right about now, you'll see how much of Newark itself had already been regentified. That $900 apartment now costs you close to $3,000. Buildings are built up. You have the catering, you have the restaurants, you have public transportation. I mean, it looks real nice in Newark. I'm saying Newark, guys. Some parts of Newark, New Jersey is beautiful. Why? It's been regentified. Them long-time residents been booted out. That's pretty much it. And I know y'all see it happening in some of y'all neighborhoods too. And if you do, of course, drop it down in the make this light stay on. Drop it down in the comments. Regentification is real, y'all. And when y'all see it and y'all see them construction sites being set up, you just best to believe. You can actually go online and look up what's happening in your neighborhood. You can look up the plan for that site and everything through the city. You can look it up. And I bet you it can be that building complex where they are ready to push the people out and bring more people in. Those are regentrifying neighborhoods. So when people are priced out or foreclosed on, options do become limited. Low income housing is something that's practically going to be wiped out. I don't even know if there's any real low income housing unless you are one of the people that's already on some type of government assistance. But if you're just a regular working person paying your rent straight out of your pocket with no assistance, there's really no low income housing. You're not going to go online and find you a 2-bedroom for $500, $600. It's not happening. You're well into the thousands looking for a 2-bedroom, even in a place like Newark, New Jersey, guys. Those affected often with the whole property tax and their houses are foreclosed on, they're already in some type of financial hardship situation. What happens after that if you can't pay your property taxes? Property taxes are killing it. If you can't pay your property taxes, unfortunately, guess what? You wind up what? Either living with family, couch hopping. I said it right, y'all. Or just literally in shelters or on the street, unfortunately. And as mentioned before, and plenty of times, we are seeing this way too often. Even elderly people are now couch hopping. It's such a sad situation, y'all. So if you think your house okay, yeah, my house is paid off. That used to be like, all right, great, I don't have to worry about that. That was your safety net right there, right? But nowadays, with the way that property taxes are climbing, it's not the secure place anymore just because the house is paid off. Because some people can't even keep up with even just the property taxes alone. So it's not really a guarantee. Homelessness is blamed on addiction and probably mental illness most of the time. But honestly, that's not the number one cause. It's not the number one cause. Property taxes is not discussed enough. Like I said, if you're looking into home ownership, believe it or not, property taxes is one of them slow burning kind of crisis, like it's happening, but not enough people are actually talking about it or paying attention to it. And it's not about the big cities or the poor or whatever. Then again, it is. But it is about the system that's creating an issue where, why is the poor paying higher taxes? Come on, it don't make sense. So property tax freezes or caps for seniors and low income could help families a lot. And they can do something about it. But they want to blame it on some bill that was made maybe about 40 or whatever years ago. Oh, well, because of whatever bill or whatever law, whatever was taking place almost 40 years ago. This is why, the property taxes have no cap. Excuse me, so do something about it now. Do something about it now. They should also have like better hardship exemption programs. There's not enough programs for homeowners with low income or seniors alone. Um, I think when it comes down to seeing how homes are assessed, that need to also be revisited as well. Awareness to property taxes is something that really need to like kind of put the flag on it. Bring in some type of aid when it comes down to property taxes. Look at the area, look at how much they're being charged, and then you look at the person, or the individual or the family itself. If this person been keeping up with payments and all of a sudden they start slowing, there's some type of hardship, something is going on. Where's the help? It should be some type of help. That's just me. That's how I feel. I don't know how you like. Y'all gotta let us know how y'all feel about that, because it's not enough help. They're saying that property taxes, of course, is meant to fund our communities. But if you are in a community, right? This is the problem. If you are in a community that's regentrifying, and this community plan is to kick you out of the community, but yet we're paying these high property taxes. Come on, y'all. And if they're constantly pushing people out of their homes, but yet we're being literally slapped with the bill, what the freak is the purpose? Who is the system really serving at the end of the day? If it ain't for you and it ain't for me, then who's it for? Like, where's the money going? We are using our money, or we're paying these property taxes to build up a community that's not even for us. You heard me. I'm glad you did. So whether you rent, whether you own, like when it comes to home ownership, we know it's totally different from renting. We know. But when your landlord do even come to you, because it's for you too, when your landlord comes to you and they're like, hey, I'm sorry, but we got to go up on the rent, whatever amount, X the amount. Also, look up your state tenant rights and see how much your landlord can actually go up on rent. Because some states actually have a cap in where how much your landlord can go up on your rent, per year. Just want to let y'all know that. But when they do come to you, because your rent is going to be paying for the property taxes 9 times out of 10, because if the landlord is renting out and it's not going towards some property taxes and mortgage and still have a little left alone, then the landlord really ain't doing something right. And I understand, I get it. But when you're paying your rent, like I said, that is going towards all of that. So technically you're paying your property. You're paying not your property, but you're paying the property taxes as well. You see it when your rent go up as well. But those are some things to think about. If you think about owning a home, you look at the area, you see the area is starting to look a little, deserted, right? If you been to the area before and then you go back and visit a few years later and you're like, this looks like a neighborhood that I want to live in now, think about it. Think about those property taxes. Think about that was once, a neighborhood that was kind of look a little toe up, and then now all of a sudden it look like a neighborhood you want to live in. Think about that regentrifying area. And maybe you just want to live 15 minutes away so you can get easy access to it because of public transportation. Think about those property taxes on that as well, because your money is going to be into those building areas. And if you see downtown Newark is being regentrified, it's going to it's already start moving up into like North Newark maybe, or South Newark, or the Westwood, or East Orange, or Essex County in general. You see the whole thing is being regentrified. So you got to look at the surrounding area as well and know for a fact that you're going to be paying for all of this as well, when it comes down to that property taxes. Yeah, guys, I don't know. Like I said, property taxes is one of the reasons why there's a lot of homelessness. High rental costs in general is another reason, but property taxes, if you're not living right or budgeting correctly, or if you're living well beyond your means, property taxes will definitely have you homeless. Just like that. Let me know if y'all feel the same way. So we're going to leave this video right here where it's at. Property taxes are meant to fund our communities. Like I said, but if they're pushing people out of their homes, who is the system really serving at the end of the day? Let us know. Who is it leaving behind at the end of the day? You all, I enjoyed all of you listening in today. Like, comment, share if it did open your eyes a little bit. Subscribe for more breakdowns. Homelessness, housing in general it's a lot. It's something that not enough people actually are discussing. And it's something that we really need to bring up into the air and put it into the atmosphere. And hopefully something is done about it. Because even me, my rent is way too high. And then the extra bills and then the cost of electric. Oh my God, y'all, it's killing us. It's killing us. But, you know, at the end of the day, we tired of just making it, right? I know just like you tired of just making it. You have to dig into your savings. Basically, eat your savings up just to just make it. It's crazy. So thank you all for coming along today. This is Shauna, y'all. And I'm officially checking out for Moments with Us. Hopefully you all can stay prepared, you know, stay on alert, keep your eyes open, pay attention to things that's happening around you. If it's something that's happening like the property taxes you notice in the homelessness, of course, let us know. It's something to really pay attention to. It's an eye opener for the average family that have a home to go to every day. It's definitely an eye opener. Well, love you all. I'm going to leave this video right here where it's at. Until next time, you all stay prepped, stay blessed, stay safe, and most of all, remain beautiful queens and kings. Love you all and God bless. Peace.